Hello, YouTube. Today is 9/13 in 2016. I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you about, again, my primary topic here is exploring the Mandela Effect and the Toto Effect. I'm introducing a new term, Mandelo, and I'm also going to talk about the origin of our current situation as far as I can tell from the limited data that I have. And I just want to show you guys that I'm doing this all from Steemit. My blog is at Agrode, so it's steemit.com at Agrode. Please join there. I keep a lot of funny stuff there. I do a lot of satire, and hopefully some of you will enjoy that. Anyways, so going back to this, if so you're probably not from here. The main thing is that media, history, geography, religion, and anatomy have changed for the vast majority of us. So I haven't yet really found anybody that's giving me 100% responses that the world has always been this way to them. Maybe there are some, but most of those people, it seems like, have experienced some of these changes. So the likelihood is either something changed around us or we just got imported into here, or I don't know what. Lots of causes are out there and it's difficult to explain which one is there. If you're unfamiliar with the Mandela Effect, you could go watch this video. I got 25,000 people in a survey and asked them a lot of questions, asked some control questions. And so I'm pretty confident that this is not a traditional memory problem. And this is not just a, like everybody gets confused kind of problem. I got some pretty good data in there from 25,000 people that shows me actually this is like a real phenomena, and people that were extremely confident could get all the controls right, but suddenly when you ask them Mandela Effect questions, they get all wonky. Anyways, so going into this, one of the things that happens invariably when you're talking about the Mandela Effect is that you try to have this conversation, but people have different reasons for why they think something is the way that it is. So some people say it's because of different universes. Some people think it's because of different timelines. Some people says it's because of different realities or dimensions, or we've been on 1, 2, 3, 6, or a million different planets. I don't want to have to sit here and talk about universes, timelines, realities, dimensions, and planets, universes, timelines, realities, dimensions, and planets over and over and over again. I'm just going to go loop all of these into this new term I've created, and it's called Mandelo. So a Mandelo, it's trying to be non-judgmental. I'm not saying that it's a universe or a timeline, reality, a dimension, or a planet. I'm still pretty neutral here, but anytime that I want to go sort of reference that bucket of those things without saying all of them, the term I'm introducing is Mandelo. So we were in a previous Mandelo, and now we're in this current Mandelo. It's kind of like a meta. You might think of it as like, this is the current meta. I mean, if you're not a gamer, you might not care, but it's kind of like a meta. So Mandela is similar to that. Anyways, some of the things that I figured out while doing this and just getting survey data back from 25,000 people, and in fact now it's closer to like maybe it's probably over 30,000 all told from all three of the quizzes I put out. But some people knew about these changes before 2012. Some of them really either knew about them or just started experiencing them in between 2012 and 2015. And then other people didn't really start feeling them until July of 2015 or after. And this group of people makes up about 80% of the survey respondents. So most people are not aware up until July 2015, and then they really start to get this. Not everybody experienced all of the Mandela effects, and it doesn't seem like it's age related. So it seems like some people experienced some have a subset of them, but not all of them, and other people have a different subset. So it seems like there's somehow different groups of people migrated to the same spot. And then lastly, there were people that referenced that the Earth in its location in the Milky Way has been moved by 80,000 light years. That's quite a distance. So when I start trying to figure out what are some of the things that could explain this, one of the things I'm thinking about is that people are experiencing implanted memories on a mass scale. I can't rule that out. Maybe all of our memories are wrong. Who knows what advanced technologies out there. It might look like witchcraft today, but be as simple as, that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Total Recall. They just shove your head into one of these things and boom, you got a different one. And maybe it's so good that they can do it wirelessly. Don't even need the machine right there. Anyways, another option is that we live in a simulation. And so this simulation could be something like an avatar. It could be something like a program. It could be something like, I don't know, other types of simulations. But we might be moving from one avatar to another. So one of the weirder changes is that your anatomy has changed, like where your ribs are, where your heart is, where your stomach is. Those things have all undergone changes to people experiencing that particular Mandela effect. So it feels like you got a soul that can move from one container to another or one avatar to another. So maybe it's a simulation. And another thing is that it seems like Mandelas are merging into each other, and each Mandela had their own variations. And some of those variations might become dominant, or maybe it was always that way, and multiple of those Mandelas, I don't know. But like for Mirror Mirror, 90% of the people remember it always being Mirror Mirror. But for Sex in the City and Sex and the City, it's more like a 40-60 spread, or almost in some of these, it looks like a 50-50 spread. So I don't know, but whatever whatever theory that we kind of come up with to explain all this, it's got to include all of those. So anyways, it's got to include all of those. And I have a parallel story. I mean, this is not, again, I'm not fully convinced that it's the simulation one, but this is the kind of closest parallel I can think of. And it involves World of Warcraft servers. And forgive me again, I'm kind of a gamer nerd, but this is what makes sense to me. So imagine we have server 1, 2, and 3, and the population of the server decreased over time, which is what actually happened to WoW. And then imagine that WoW decided to merge those servers, but they didn't tell anybody that the servers merged. So now people from server 1 would think that like X Guild, maybe Death and Taxes, was the first one to beat the boss. And then from their perspective, that would be true. If people came from a different server, though, on their server, Death and Taxes didn't exist. So if those two servers merged, one group would say it was Death and Taxes, and the other group would be like, that isn't even a guild. That doesn't make any sense. It would be true for what, like, both groups would be correct, but they would be totally different because they came from two different places. And then the next one would be, imagine groups 1 and 2 coexisted for a while, then they'd have sort of these shared memories, and then a third server transfers in. So that third server would have a different set of memories from 1, a different set of memories from 2. 1 and 2 might have some shared memories, and then now server 3 comes in, and again, you just run into this whole new kind of uproar over everything is different than what it used to be. And again, I'm not here to tell you that this is a simulation and that's exactly what happened, but lots of different Mandelas out there that could explain where we got here. But just some of what I've noticed is that not everybody has all the same effects. So it seems like there's different groups that are coming in, or maybe they're only perceiving some of them initially. That's another option. But it does seem like there's groups that come in. And maybe I don't have enough data or statistical background to figure that out, but it seems like there's groups of people coming, or that people are really only experiencing a subset. Because I have a bunch of people that are like, it's magic mirror on the wall, and it's always been magic mirror, and they'll go through and tell you all of the right answers, or almost all of the right answers. So it seems like some people are from this Mandela or this meta, and have been here forever, and then other people transferred in. So that's a thought. Again, not positive about any of these things, but just something to think about. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.